can take the dick off the table based upon my standard. You aren't gonna get hold of this dick if you ain't being the woman I need you to be. You need to realize that you need to cook, clean. You gotta understand that you're not the only woman. And if you can accept that, that's fine. That's just the beginning, because you gotta work hard for me, because I work hard for me. So that means if you get with me, it's not gonna be easy street, because I need to be satisfied, because it ain't no happy wife, happy life bullshit. It's happy Steve, happy Steve.
Being strong with self, understanding who you are, that is the biggest defense to bitch ass weak men.
And there's no excuses for the men not to be strong. But see, there's so many forces. And then so many men are embracing weakness.
I can't stand weak men. Like, I don't like to talk to them. It's hard for me to talk to these losers. I've always been a winner at the winner's table.
You know, I believe it's a sin to impregnate a woman who can't raise a child, you know, or impregnate a woman who's not fit to be a mother. And I think we have a responsibility in what we see today in these weak ass little feminine boys.
I can't tell another man what to do, but I can't dress feminine. I can't wear nail polish. It's just something that I can't do. Why? Because if I'm walking down the street and somebody's having trouble with a flat tire, I want them to feel that they can come to me and ask me, hey man, could you help me out with this? Because those are the type of things that a man will help out with. So I need to look like a man so they can know where to come for help.
Yeah, it is such a thing as toxic masculinity in the minds of bitch ass motherfuckers.
Talk about masculinity, assertiveness, authenticity, transparency. How can a guy who's straight up and honest with what he does be toxic?
If the media can train you to think something bad about it, you hear the word and you want to instantly have a certain reaction. You stop thinking, you start feeling. And when people learn to think and feel and not think through their feelings, that's when they can evaluate a person holistically. And they can say, is this toxic masculinity, or did I just hear something I didn't like? And why did I not like it? And only let me go within myself to see why.
I don't never look at no motherfucker and say, oh, that's a toxic masculine motherfucker. I never ever had, I didn't even know. That was an invented concept from a weak motherfucker that was like, I'm just tired of this motherfucker trying to tell me what to do and bully you over me with this bullshit.
What's going to make you successful is just understanding who you are and getting your mind right and being happy with who you are. That is the thing that's going to really make you successful. Because after you get all the toys, after you get all these things going on, you've had sex with all the women you want to have sex with, you traveled all the places, you're still going to be you, and you're going to always come back to you.
Why do I do this? Why are we even doing this documentary? I want guys to be in the best position possible. There's no way that I'm raising my voice or calling you a bitch ass nigga because I'm trying to hurt your feelings. I'm calling you a bitch ass nigga because you're doing bitch ass nigga shit. And if you continue doing bitch ass nigga shit, you're going to end up in bitch ass nigga situations. You get what I'm saying? So when I call you a bitch ass nigga, trust me, it's because I love you.
Game Kings 2, The Definition of Man, is out right now. Click the link below or go straight to masculineidentity.com to get your copy today. Still ain't getting women? Really? Come on, son. You need to go to badboymembership.com and step up your game. What's up, y'all? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game, and I'm telling you that if you really want to attract beautiful women, you need to go to badboymembership.com. This is where you get 45 through 90-minute step-by-step dating advice tutorials every month. Just sign up, follow the advice, and you'll get the woman you want. Go to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com. It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game, and I want to tell you about my documentary, Game Kings, The Definition of Game, starring myself, the Boss Mac Top Soil, Rosebud, Ron Wills, Miles Cunningham, and much more. In this documentary, you're going to learn about confidence, manhood, attracting women, and the definition of the game. To get this documentary, go to MrLocario.com.
Some people think you need a sports car to get what you want. Some people think you need $1 million. Some people think you need looks, status. The only thing you need is what they can't get unless they come straight to you. And that's your identity. Join the Masculine Identity membership today. MasculineIdentityMembership.com. Masculine Identity Soap. This luxurious, quality, high lather, high moisturizing, all natural bar soap has been handcrafted with care and consistency to provide a quality cleansing experience for self-care, focus, and productivity. Specially formulated for cold showers. Stay clean, gentlemen. Masculine Identity Soap.
Click the links below to get private one-on-one coaching sessions with Mr. Locario or Miles Cunningham to step up your game. These coaching sessions are designed to help you with your specific needs in the dating game. So make sure you click the links below right now so that you can step up your game today. Yo, what's poppin'? What's good? What's good? What's good? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to everybody in the building. Shout out to my lovely lady, April MC in the building. Shout out to April MC in the building. Shout out to Joe Mayer, monogamous player Aaron. What's going on? Duke Alex, Jaybird got game. Martavius in the building. What's good? Frankie Shy, Jimmy Lionel, Caleb. What's going on? G the Mad Hurry was popping with you. Shout out to Skills Fitness in the building. Call me J. Joe Mayer was popping. Joe Blast in the motherfucking building. Appreciate you tuning in. Kobe Lean is in the motherfucking building. Appreciate Kobe Lean in the building. What's going on, fam? Shout out to Joey Shmoney. What's going on? Shout out to who else we got up in here? Zati's in the building. Appreciate y'all. And today we're going to be talking about how it's your responsibility to figure out if she's a time-wasting attention whore. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we're about to get into all that today. We're about to get into all of that today. So, guys, make sure if you have any questions, put a Q in the chat. If you want to call in, the call-in number is 844-672-7300. 844-672-7300 is the number. So make sure you guys call that up and get that cracking. You feel what I'm saying? So make sure you guys do that. And also, before we get into all of the other stuff, make sure that you guys go to CunninghamElements.com. Go to CunninghamElements.com, get your soap, get the parfum, get all of that stuff at CunninghamElements.com. Make sure that you guys go there and get that cracking. Also, make sure you guys go to shoplocario.com, get the program What Men Wish They Knew About Women. Do it! Make sure you get that shit. Myself and April spend heavy game on this program, so make sure that you guys get that. Also, get your online dating consultation. Guys, if you're not on the online dating consultation, you're slipping because there are women on there right now that you could have been seeing tonight, tomorrow, this week coming up. You can get shit cracking immediately. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you could be on these dating apps and meet a chick within the next hour. That's how fast it happens. But again, if you don't know how to set up your profile, you don't have the right pictures, you don't have the right bio, you don't know how to send the messages to get the woman off the app, then you're going to be freaking, you're going to be frustrated, and it's going to be like, you know, pulling teeth out here. So that's why I would tell you guys to go and get the consultation to get that cracking. Also, make sure you guys get the Massive Game Collection, Master the Vetting Process, How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day audiobook, ebook, Looks Don't Matter ebook, Master Approach a Woman in 30 Days or Less audio program, and all the other stuff on shoplocario.com. masculineidentitymembership.com. Also, make sure you guys go to masculineidentitymembership.com so you guys can join the Masculine Identity Membership so you guys can get on the Zoom calls with Miles every Monday. And also make sure that you guys go to badboymembership.com where you guys can go and get 45 through 90 minute audio and video dating advice tutorials every month. So make sure you guys do that and get that cracking. And last but not least, make sure that you guys go to patreon.com/Mr. Locario to get on the Bad Boy Show. So that you guys can get on the Bad Boy Show. Get that going. You feel what I'm saying? Make sure you go and get on this, get on the Patreon. We do this every week and we spit heavy game on here, and we basically do current events. We talk about the current events. We break down all of the shenanigans going on in the current events. So make sure that you guys do that and get that cracking. Go to patreon.com/Mr. Locario to get that going. You feel what I'm saying? So make sure you do that. So now, guys, if you want to call in, the call-in number is 844-672-7300. 844-672-7300 is the number. If you have a question, put a Q in the chat, and we will get to your question. So make sure that you guys do that and get that going. All right, so now, today's topic, it is your responsibility to figure out if she's a time-wasting attention whore. Okay, we about to get into this. Now, the reason why this is important to understand is because what happens is that a lot of you guys are going to be talking to a lot of different women, you know, out in the streets, the parties, bars, clubs, online dating, Instagram, Facebook, wherever you're interacting with and talking to women, right? What you're going to understand is that there are going to be women out there who are going to be attention whores, women out there who they, from the jump, when they first start talking to you, know that they are not interested in you. You understand what I'm saying? But they will still talk to you. They will still go on a date with you, right? They will still go back and forth with you and do all of these things. And then you'll find out later, after they've sucked all the time and energy and sometimes money out of you, that they were never really interested, or they were just sitting there wasting time and doing all this other nonsense, right? So you got to understand it is your responsibility to figure this out, right? Because the woman is not going to tell you, hey, look, you know, I'm just here to waste your time. She's not going to say that. A woman's not going to be upfront and say, hey, I'm just here to, you know, get you to take me on a bunch of dates so that I can, you know, just take up all your time and energy. She's not going to tell you, hey, I'm just talking to you right now because the guy I really want to talk to isn't hitting me up. She's not going to tell you, oh, hey, I'm just out with you to try to make my, you know, ex-boyfriend jealous or some shit. She's not going to tell you any of those things. She's not going to tell you, hey, I'm just feeling down and I'm just trying to use you for attention so I can boost up my ego. She's not going to tell you none of that stuff. So it's your responsibility to figure out if she's a time-wasting attention whore, right? And so you figure this out, right, by making sure that when you interact with women, you are leading the situation. You're only dealing with women on your terms, and you create scenarios and situations where a woman has to respond to you based on what you're saying and doing, right? And so her being an attention whore and her trying to waste your time is going to be revealed to you sooner than later. Right. So the problem is that a lot of you guys, what you do is that because a woman is hot, because you think she's sexy, right? Because you're attracted to her physically, what you'll do is you will try to make excuses for her behavior to try to get more access to her, instead of understanding that her behavior is letting you know that she's a time waster and that she's an attention whore. Right. So, for example, let's say you meet a girl or you match with a girl on a dating app, right? And you say to her, hey, let's go get drinks or whatever, right? And then let's say she hits you up a day later, right? And she's like, oh, that sounds cool, but you know, I'm not sure about this week, but I gotta check my schedule or whatever, right? So then you say, okay, cool. Check this out. Here's my number. Check your schedule and text me and let me know when you're free, right? That's what you told her. So now let's say a week and a half, 2 weeks go by. You don't get no texts. You don't get nothing from this woman. Then you go back on the app and she replies to you on the app. And she's like, oh, hey, good morning. Sorry, I've been missing in action. How are you doing? Right now, That right there is showing you that she's a time-wasting attention whore. Why, Locario? Because when you matched, you told her, let's go out, let's get a drink. She said, oh, I'm not sure, I got to check and I'll let you know. And then you said, cool, here's my number, text me and let me know when you're free. So all she should be doing is texting you on your phone to let you know when she's free, right? But what does she do? She doesn't text you on your phone number. She goes back into the app and just says, oh, hey, what's up? How are you? How you doing? And all that other stupid shit, right? So that chick is an attention whore. She's a time waster. She's not really about it. She's not trying to fuck with you. Exactly. You said they just completely ignore what you said. It's annoying. That's what I'm saying. And so these are the type of things you need to look out for. See, the guy who doesn't have game, what he's going to do is he's going to think that's cool. Like, oh, well, she's hitting me back. Oh, cool. Let me try to set something up with her this weekend or whatever. And he's like, he didn't realize that this woman is being an attention whore because you already done told her to text you when she's free to get together. And understand when a woman wants to get together with you, right? She wants this to happen and she wants this to happen as soon as possible. So the thing is that if she's holding off, giving you the runaround, talking about, oh yeah, I'll get back to you, I'm not sure, blah, 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 all these other extra things, right? She's not really about it, right? Or you could exchange numbers with a woman and then you text her. Let's say you randomly met a girl in the street, you text her and, you get her number, you text her, whatever. And as soon as you mention anything about getting together, that's when she goes silent, right? So a lot of guys, what they'll do is they'll go back and forth trying to build rapport with the woman on the text, right? So they get her number, they exchange, hey, what's up? How you doing? This is Joey from earlier. And then she's like, oh, hey, what's up, Joey? How's your day? He's like, oh, my day is good. How's your day going? She's like, oh, yeah, I just came from the laundromat. I'm about to go to the gym, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, oh, that sounds, so he's going back and forth with this woman, right? So every text he sends her, she replies, everything, right? But as soon as he says, hey, so listen, I'm free this weekend. How about we get together and get a drink? Silence, right? All this, there's nothing else going on. All of a sudden, the text stop. He's left on red. But notice every other text before that, she was all about it. Soon as he gets to the point of actually making something happen, she goes silent, right? So it's his responsibility to figure out that she's a time-wasting attention whore. You see what I'm saying? So that he could stop texting her. He could stop interacting with her. Now, this would be a better situation. Instead of going back and forth with all that nonsense about, hey, what's up? How's your day going? How's this? How's that? How's this? How's that? Instead of doing that, right? What he could have did is that if he met this woman in the street, right? He could have told her, hey, listen, take my number down, right? Hit me up later. And then let's say she hits him up. Soon as she hits him up, he goes straight into setting up the day. Hey, listen, I'm free Friday. Let's get together for a drink at the Main Street bar. Are you free? Right? Just go straight into it. Nothing else but that. Right? So now, at that point, she's either going to be like yay or nay. She's going to, or she'll just leave you on red at that point. But it's better for her to leave you on red on that point than to take time going back and forth with the girl, doing all that extra shit and all that extra nonsense, right? Because the thing is that you want to make sure that you're not dealing with a time-wasting attention whore. And see, you can figure this out in a lot of different ways, right? So even for example, let's say that you invite a chick over to your place. And let's say you tell her to come over to your place so y'all could get it in on some fucking shit, right? So you basically let her know, like, hey, come over so we can hook up, right? Now, what the average guy would do is, first of all, the average guy wouldn't even say nothing. He wouldn't even say anything about hooking up. He'll just tell her to come over and hang out, right? So, but let's say the guy told her, hey, come over, let's hook up, let's have sex. She agrees, right? So what the average guy would do is she come over, she come through, he'll be talking to her on the couch for like, 20 minutes. He'll talk to her on the couch. He'll ask her if she wants something to drink. They get something to drink. They start talking some more, right? It's turning into a half an hour. He'll turn on the TV and shit, right? Now half an hour is turning into 45 minutes. They're talking and, he's trying to flirt with her. She's flirting back a little bit. And then by the hour mark, maybe hour 15 mark, that's when he wants to, turn physical and make it a physical situation. Then what happens is that they might start kissing, right? They might start, getting a little touchy-feely. And then the woman says, oh, I just feel like, that I think we should take it slow. I don't know, blah, blah, blah. After you done told her, hey, let's come over and have sex. Now, remember, if she doesn't want to have sex, you don't have to have, she doesn't have to have sex and you shouldn't be having sex. You shouldn't be trying to force it or anything, right? And at that point, you should tell her, okay, it's time to go. You got to leave, walk her back to her car. She gets her Uber or whatever. And you do it nicely. But the problem with this is it took an hour and 15 minutes to get to this point. You understand what I'm saying? It took an hour and 15 minutes to get to the point where you realize she's a time wasting attention whore. So what you should be doing is you tell the girl to come over to hook up. She comes over, and within the first 5 minutes, you understand what I'm saying? It should be getting to the point where something physical is happening. So now, if she doesn't want to do it or changes her mind, right? You can nicely escort her out, walk her to her car, and then she can go. Because now what happened is that she didn't waste your time. And the thing is this, is that you were actually wasting your own time by doing a whole hour and 15 minutes, right? But if you get to it quickly, right? She got there, you get to it within 5 minutes, she resisted, then you say, hey, you know what? No problem. Listen, let me walk you to your car. Get home safe. You understand what I'm saying? So that you don't waste any time. See, the thing you guys got to understand when it comes to you dealing with women is that your time will be wasted if you allow her to waste your time. You understand what I'm saying? Your time will be wasted if you allow her to waste your time. And a shout out to Chris. He sent $10 to support the game. Appreciate you. That's $10 to support the game. That's not a free call. Just letting y'all know. Just $10 to support the game. So appreciate you, Chris. That's what's up. So Destiny for Greatness says, so getting to it wouldn't be considered a rush. No, there's no rush. Because remember, you're telling her to come over to hook up. So she's coming over to hook up. Right? So if she's this is like, it just seems like a rush, that means she doesn't want to have sex with you, and that means she's a time wasting attention whore. You understand what I'm saying? So you got to pay attention to this stuff. See, women know exactly what they're doing. You understand what I'm saying? Do not ever get it twisted into thinking that women don't know what they're doing. You understand what I'm saying? Exactly. Able to say you teach people how to treat you. What you accept is what you get. That's a fact. Exactly. So the thing is that you got to get into the mindset of, I'm not going to allow a woman to waste my time ever. Ever. And see, the tighter your game gets, the harder it's going to be for women to waste your time. You understand? I'll say it again. The tighter your game gets, the harder it's going to be for women to waste your time. So what's going to happen is that you are going to repel attention whores. Right? See, what happens is that the only reason a woman can use you for attention is because you are dealing with her indirectly. I'm saying it again. The only reason a woman can use you for attention is because you are dealing with her indirectly. And what happens is a lot of guys deal with women indirectly because they're scared to be direct. So they'll tiptoe and be indirect so that they feel safe enough to interact with the woman without feeling like they're actually putting themselves out there for real. So they could always, in some form or fashion, kind of have like this plausible deniability type of vibe, right? So if you're being very indirect about being sexual, then once you try to make it sexual and then she sort of resists it, then you can pretend you weren't really trying to make it sexual, or you can pretend you're like, oh yeah, it's all good. And I'm just chilling, whatever. So you can kind of have that energy. You understand what I'm saying? But what you don't understand is that when you are being indirect, right? That is a way for attention whores and time wasters to thrive. That's what we try to tell y'all. When you're direct, it's damn near impossible for a time waster or an attention whore to really, like waste your time. Like, for example, so if you're on a dating app and the first message you send to the woman is about getting together for the date, right? What is she supposed to respond to? She's supposed to respond to getting together for the date. Anything else outside of that is her basically resisting what you're saying, which is her basically potentially being an attention whore and a time waster, right? Because if you're asking her, hey, when are you free to get together to get a drink? The only thing she needs to respond to is that. If she's responding any other way, that means she's an attention whore. You understand what I'm saying? It's really that simple. So if she says anything else that doesn't have to, if it doesn't have to do with that, then it's a sign that she's using you for attention. And you just need to cut that shit off. You understand? This is why when you guys are meeting women at bars, at clubs, hollering at chicks in the street, whatever it is like that, when you're really doing this, it's best to get to flirting and building sexual tension as soon as possible. You understand? It's best to get as soon as possible to flirting and building sexual tension. Why? Because if you get to flirting and building sexual tension quickly, then what happens is that the woman is responding to that. But if you're just shooting the shit and you was talking to a girl for 45 minutes about nothing, then that's easy for her to basically be an attention whore. It's easy for her to be a time waster. Why? Because you're not making it about you and her getting together on some sex shit. So now if you're just talking to her on some platonic stuff, as soon as you get to the sex, then she can act as if she didn't know that you were trying to make that happen with her. You see what I'm saying? See, the more indirect, the more passive you are, the easier it is for a woman to basically be a time waster and attention whore. It's just so, like, you guys are just making it so much easier for them. Like, I talked about this before where I said that I had a friend who met a girl at this park, randomly just met this chick, started talking to her. This motherfucker talked to her for an hour. After the hour was done, he said to her, hey, this was good talking to you. We should like get together again. And this chick was like, oh, but I actually have a boyfriend. So this fool sat there, spent the whole hour talking to a woman who has a boyfriend, right? But she's not going to tell him she has a boyfriend until after the whole hour of conversation that they're having is over, because now she's soaked up all that time and energy. You guys have to understand how much women love attention. You understand? Women love attention. And women love attention because attention boosts their ego. Attention makes them feel good. So a woman is generally, you know, she may feel insecure about certain things and she'll use you to make herself feel better, right? she'll use your sexual desire that you have for her and soak all that up. And then once she's, had her fill, she's done with you. You understand what I'm saying? She's done with you. See, you guys have to understand that women know which types of guys to play those games with. And they'll know that you're that type of guy to play those games with when you act just like every other guy, being indirect and tiptoeing around the conversations and asking her shit that you don't care about, having regular boring conversations like the last 10 guys had, talking to her about nothing. You understand what I'm saying? Like, all of these things let a woman know, oh yeah, you're the type of guy I can just, use for attention. And what happens is that you reinforce that idea that she has based on how you are interacting with her and responding to her. Right? So, for example, if you say to a woman, "Are you free to meet on Friday for a drink?" The only answer she should give you is if she is free or not to get a drink on Friday, right? Now, let's say you ask her, "Are you free to get a drink on Friday?" And then she says to you as an answer, "Hey, did you see that new Michael Jackson movie?" Right? That's her answer. And then you respond and say, "Oh, no, I haven't seen it." And then now y'all get into a conversation about a goddamn movie when you asked her, is she free to get a drink? So now she knows, oh, this guy, I don't have to actually answer any of his questions. I can throw him off by talking about some other shit. And I see that he's following what I'm doing. You understand what I'm saying? So women can tell based on how you're responding to them that you're the type of guy that they can use for attention, that they can waste your time. You understand? And this is based on your behavior. You said, I hate when bitches do that. But I'm telling you, they do that on purpose. But understand, part of the reason why they're doing this, and this is why you just need to charge them to the game and stop fucking talking to them. Part of the reason why they're doing this is because they are not attracted to you. You understand? They're not attracted to you. And see, the reason why they're not answering your question or they'll leave you on red when you try to set up a date. See, they're not attracted to you, but they are attracted to the attention that you give them. You understand what I'm saying? So once you identify that the woman is a time-wasting attention whore, that's when you should drop her immediately. That's when you just stop texting her. You know, if you feel it's hard for you to stop texting her, block her number, whatever the fuck it is. But you need to be done with that situation. You understand what I'm saying? Because her response to you is a sign that she's not attracted. You understand? That is a sign she's not attracted. So therefore, there's no reason to even be talking to her after that point. So once you figure out she's a time-wasting attention whore, there is no reason to talk to her after that point. That's why I say when a woman is resisting you, stop talking to her. Stop fucking with her. There's no reason to continue. Just like when I tell you guys, you know, the PUAs tell you, oh, pass her shit test, bro. What? If she's giving you a shit test, she's a time-wasting attention whore. If you're flirting with her and you're getting sexual and she's resisting flirting with you and getting sexual, she's a time-wasting attention whore. You understand? If you tell this woman to come over and get on this dick, and she comes over, but she doesn't get on the dick, she's a time-wasting attention whore. You understand? It's really that simple. It's really that simple. If you're asking this woman a question and she's trying to change the subject because she doesn't want to answer the question, because she knows answering the question is going to lead her down the path of actually, going on a date with you, seeing you in person, spending time with you. If she's trying to avoid that, she's a time-wasting attention whore. If this woman responds to every text that you send her, except for the text where you tell her, hey, let's get together for a date, and she leaves you on red at that point, she's a time-wasting attention whore. You understand? If you let the woman know that you are interested in her sexually and that you want to have sex with her, and she tells you either I'm not that type of girl, I'm celibate, we need to get to know each other more, any of those things, she's a time-wasting attention whore. Do you understand? Women who are attracted to you, women who actually like you are very, very simple to deal with. It goes like this. If a woman is attracted to you, this is how it works, right? You tell her to do something, and check this out. This is going to blow your mind. You tell her to do something, and she does it. It's amazing. It's so amazing. That's how it works when a woman is actually fucking with you. You tell her to do something, and she does it. It's really that simple. You understand? You tell her, hey, meet me at the Main Street Bar Friday, 8 o'clock. Oh, absolutely. That sounds great. I can't wait to see you. Right? Hey, you free Saturday evening? Oh, yeah, I'm free. Come by to my place. Awesome. Sounds good. Can't wait to see you. That's how it sounds when a woman is actually interested in you. You understand what I'm saying? All of this resistance, all of this, oh, I ain't that type of girl. I don't do that. No, she's not feeling you. And the fact is that you got to ask yourself this question. If you're telling a woman to do something, you're trying to make something happen with a woman and she's giving you all this resistance, but she's still engaging in conversation, she's still trying to have a interaction with you, what is that saying? What is that saying? Because the highest form of interaction that you could have with this woman is her actually being in your presence, right? The closest we could actually get physically is us fucking, right? So if she's avoiding trying to be in your presence and she's avoiding trying to fuck you, but she still wants to talk to you, she still texts you and communicates with you, she still is trying to interact with you, what is that saying? It's saying that she's a time-wasting attention whore. You understand? And remember, this is your responsibility to figure this out. This is why you need game. This is exactly why you need game. Because it is your job to figure out if she's a time-wasting attention whore. You understand? It's your job to figure this out. Because attention whoring is never going to stop. It's never going to stop. Because you got to understand, a woman's insecurity is very powerful. And so she needs lame niggas to basically give her attention. You understand what I'm saying? She needs goofy motherfuckers to give her attention. That's how that works. You got to understand that if you're the type of person who is, like doing all of this stuff and not realizing that she's using you for attention, you're basically going to, have issues in this game. But guys, if you want to call the numbers 844-672-7300, 844-672-7300 is the number. If you have a question, put a Q in the chat and we will get to your questions. Where was we at with this? You said since females emotional and their emotions change throughout the day, how can you go about day game compared to night game? What time of the day would cause a huge impact on the woman? What is it with you guys in these PUA ass questions? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are we talking about? You're saying, what you think a woman's emotions? Wait, Gregory, what is day game and what is night game? What is that? Somebody explain to me. What is day game and what is night game? What are we talking about? What about Friday afternoon game or Sunday morning game? What about those? I don't understand. Crazy. So Greg, you got to call up, man. You need to explain this day game, night game shit to me. Joe Blaster, can you help him with sunrise game? I know. Right? That's what I'm saying. What are you guys be talking about? What do y'all be talking about out here? I'm telling you, this PUA shit got y'all all types of fucked up. You know, it's funny. I saw on shout out to Ice White. I saw on Game Global one of the videos I had. I did it was like a clip of one of the debates I did or whatever. And I saw somebody wrote a comment and they were like, and I seen a comment like this before, and I just thought it was funny because these dudes were like, I don't understand like Locario's game because, he just, there's no like system. Like, what's Locario's system of game? It just seems like he doesn't have a system of how, so, the PUAs talk about negging and moving the girl from this location to that location and then demonstrating high value and last minute. He's like, what's Locario's technique and system? Like, I was like, what the fuck are these guys talking about? Like, what are these dudes talking about? And it's funny because, I try to tell y'all this shit is so simple. It's so fucking simple. It's ridiculous. It's so simple. It's ridiculous. I tell you guys, it's really this simple. It all boils down to this. It all boils down to you being a man, you understanding yourself, which means you have a certain way you do things. Then when you deal with women, they either do it your way or they don't. And if they do it your way, you fuck with them. And if they don't, you don't. Why is that really that hard to understand? Now, there are other things that can increase the chances of you attracting more women. And there are things that you can do to repel women based on you doing uncooperative, you doing unattractive behaviors, right? Now, those type of things are the things that I talk about on the Bad Boy membership. Those are the things I talk about if you get the products on shoplocario.com. Because see, guys with game understand the game is to be sold, not told, right? So all of those other things that you need to understand and learn, you got to get on the Bad Boy membership. You got to get on shoplocario.com and get the shit cracking. It's really that simple. You understand what I'm saying? But the problem with a lot of these guys is that when they're talking about, the game, what happens is that these guys, you got to remember, a lot of these guys are nerds, right? They're like computer nerds that, things have to be explained to them like math problems, right? And so that's what happens with a lot of PUAs and a lot of guys who don't have game. They deal with women like, or they interact with women like they're trying to solve a puzzle, like they're trying to, like solve an equation, a math problem. And that's why they have problems in the game, because they don't understand that all of that goofy shit that they're trying to do, right, is not real. It doesn't work. In fact, that takes you out of the moment. You have to be in the moment to be able to effectively execute whatever the fuck you're trying to do with the woman in the first place. You understand what I'm saying? But these dudes, what they do is that they think women are like robots and they got to figure out the code. Well, what's the code that what do I say and do to get her to do this? And then once she does this, then I do this and then I input this. And it's like, nigga, y'all motherfuckers don't know what the fuck y'all talking about. Like, it's the craziest shit ever. You understand what I'm saying? That's the problem with a lot of these guys. So when you're a nerd who's had trouble dealing with women, and then you see another nerd called a pickup artist, right? Come up with ways for you to be manipulative, and then you see the woman responding to manipulation, then you start to think, oh my God, they figured out the formula to attract women. And then you start following all that nerdy shit. That's all that is. You understand what I'm saying? It's all it is. But it's not really real as far as what it is to attract a woman based on who you are. You understand what I'm saying? All they're doing is tactics and gimmicks and tricks and all this other stuff. You understand? But it's not really real. Let me see what some of these questions are saying. He says, so if some guy has a girl and she's being disrespectful and not talking to him, that's low interest. Well, the thing is, so you say if he has a girl, you talking about like a girlfriend or just a girl that he's trying to date or whatever. Now, if he has a girlfriend, right, and she's doing all of that goofy shit, it definitely means she doesn't have high interest in him. So that would, in that case, mean she has medium interest. Remember, low interest is a woman interested in you non-sexually. You understand? So high interest is a woman wants to fuck you. Medium interest is she might fuck you. Low interest is she won't fuck you. And no interest means she won't even acknowledge you exist. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's how it works. So I always try to tell guys, like, so high interest is a woman meeting you and wanting to have a one night stand with you, fuck you immediately, you have sex on the first date, high sexual interest. Medium interest is a woman who might have sex with you after 3 dates. Low interest is a woman who basically puts you in the friend zone. No interest is a woman who won't even talk to you when you approach her. She'll just walk away. You see what I'm saying? That's how it works. That's how it works. So a lot of guys think that they're dealing with a woman who has high interest, but she actually has medium interest. Like a lot of times, for example, when a PUAs are talking about passing her shit test and he talks to a girl for like 45 minutes and chase her around the club, that woman has medium interest in him. She does not have high interest in him. Because if she had high interest in him, he wouldn't have to do all that. You see how that works? So basically what happens is that the easier it is for a woman to interact with you sexually, right? For sex to happen, the easier it is for sex to happen, the higher her interest. You understand? So essentially, if she has sex with you when you want to have sex with her, she has high interest. When you have sex with her when she wants to have sex with you, she has medium interest. When she doesn't have sex with you, she has low interest. You understand? So that's another way to understand it. So if I meet a woman and I tell her, hey, come back to my place, let's hook up, and she's like, okay, cool. And then we do it, she has high interest. If I tell a girl, hey, come back to my place, let's hook up, she's like, oh, but can we like go and get to know each other more? Can we go out a few times? And, you know, I got to get to, that's medium interest. You understand? If I tell a girl, hey, let's hook up, and she's like, oh, I'm not really looking to do that right now, but we could be friends, low interest. You see what I'm saying? That's how it works. It says, can you talk about the importance of tone and that saying, it's not what you say, but how you say it? Well, this is the thing. It's not even just about how you say it. It's really the intention behind what you say, because the intention behind what you say is usually going to yield, is going to basically have you say it a certain way. Do you see what I'm saying? So this is what I'm saying. So you just saying something doesn't matter if there's no substance behind what you're saying. And if there's substance behind what you're saying, how you say it is going to come across a certain way. Right? So a lot of times, this is why if you guys hear myself, Steve, K Zaggin, 1950, or Miles, or whoever, you know, saying something on one of these live streams, and you take it and try to repeat it or regurgitate it, right? A lot of times it's not going to give the same effect, because it's not coming from an authentic place of, you know, it's not coming from a place of substance. It's just you saying things, trying to say something, to thinking that it's the thing being said that's making it work. So what you guys got to understand is, it's not what you're saying to the woman. It's who's saying it and why the guy who's saying it is saying it. You understand? That's why you can say literally the same thing to a woman another guy said, and it ain't gonna work out for you. It's not gonna be the same. It's not gonna be the same effect. So meaning that if a guy said something to 10 women and 8 of them was into it, you could literally say the same thing that guy said to another 10 women, and none of them will be into it for you. You see what I'm saying? Because what you got to understand is you can't separate what's being said from who's saying it. Because who's saying it is attached to what's being said. Does that make sense? So that's the problem, where guys try to learn pickup lines and try to copy what people are saying and all of that. Because you have to understand that it's all attached. It's all one thing to that particular individual. You see what I'm saying? So when you guys are trying to like steal lines and shit, and, you know, trying to act like you're that guy when you're not, it's not going to work out for you. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Because everything has to work as one thing. So when a woman is experiencing you, right, she's going to see inconsistencies in the situation based on you saying shit that's not who you really are. That's not about you. You understand what I'm saying? You said, can you elaborate on who is saying it? So, okay, so for example, right? The way that I talk to women and I engage with women and I interact with women is based on my personality and how I am. Like, for example, I'll give a perfect example. So I'm a very impatient person. You understand what I'm saying? Very impatient. Like I hate people that beat around the bush all the time and fucking take long to do shit, or like if I go on TikTok and I watch someone's TikTok and they're telling a story and they don't get to the fucking point quick, or they're going all around, and like they have these people who on TikTok, they'll have, because they're trying to get views, they'll tell a story in like 15 different videos. They be like, oh, tune in for part 17. I'm like, nigga, no, I'm not doing that. I ain't got the patience for that shit. Right? So now, because I'm an impatient motherfucker, when I talk to women and interact with women, right, that's the style of conversations I have. The energy is direct. The words are direct. The things that I'm doing are quick. because I don't have patience. You understand what I'm saying? And then so that's also tied to my experience with women. So my experience with women is tied to also me being impatient, which is tied to how I have the conversations with women and interact with those women. Everything I'm talking about is my masculine identity. So now what happens is when a woman experiences me, when I say something or do something, it makes sense that I'm saying it and doing it because she can feel that energy of me being that guy. You understand what I'm saying? So the thing is that if you were to say something or try to copy me, it wouldn't make sense for you because you may not have the same type of energy I have or see the world the same way I see it or come at it a certain way, right? Because even when we teach you guys, what we're doing is, right, is we're teaching you best practices that will help you out. But when you understand the game, what you're going to do is that while you're doing what you're doing, you're going to understand those best practices that we teach you, but it's also going to be morphed into your masculine identity of how you want to do shit. Do you understand what I'm saying? This is why when you hear myself, Miles, K. Zagan, 1950 and Steve, this is why when you hear us, you'll hear us talk about similar things or agree on similar things. But if you notice, we have different ways that we do shit. You understand what I'm saying? We have different ways we do shit that lead to similar results. That's why they say game recognize game, which means because I have game, I can recognize this other motherfucker has game, even though I probably wouldn't do it that way. You understand what I'm saying? Even though we're different, I can see the game. I understand why. I'm like, oh yeah, that makes perfect sense. So it's like you're coming at it 1 + 9 is 10, and I'm coming at it 5 + 5 is 10, but we both get to 10. So we could both see how we got to 10. That's what game recognize game means. But understand, because we're individuals, right? We have different masculine identities. So we're doing it based on us. And that's the thing that makes us attractive to the woman, is that everything we're doing and saying is authentic. Do you see what I mean? It's real to us. That's what we're trying to get you guys to understand. So what happens is when a woman is dealing with you and interacting with you, she sees consistency. Right? See, the reason why a lot of you guys have a hard time with dealing with women is because y'all are inconsistent, because you make the game about women, which means you switch up what you do based on the woman. You see what I'm saying? So you switch up what you do based on the woman. So now you're basically an inconsistent motherfucker. Let's go to 646. 646 was popping. Who this?
What's good? This Shia from Brooklyn. What's good?
Shia, what's going on, fam? Did you donate, though?
Of course, man. I sent it to your Venmo.
All right, cool. That's what's up. That's what's up. All right. So what's going on?
Yeah, I just want some clarification on a topic with the high interest.
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion, there's some nuances to this quote unquote high interest. For example, like I was at this, I cook a lot and I do a lot of events where I'm interacting with a lot of people. So I was at this event in Brooklyn maybe about a month ago, and, there's some familiar faces I see. And this one lady in particular, I've seen her a couple of times, but never really spoke to her. But anyway, she came up to my booth, and I immediately realized that, there was some interest, beyond platonic, just from her look and her eyes, and she was touchy, right? Very touchy, to the point where I was a bit uncomfortable. And I knew she had sexual interest. Again, a woman ain't going to touch your stomach, keep touching your arms if there's not anything there. So my point. But hold up.
All right, okay, go ahead.
So here's my point though, right? In my opinion, a woman has a quote unquote high interest in you, sexual interest, where she want to have sex, but at the same time, if you say, hey, come meet me at my store on Fulton Street in Brooklyn, and she don't want to do that, but she don't mind having sex with you. So my question to you is, how would you categorize that, where a woman will have sex with you, but at the same time, she's not trying to do anything beyond the sex with you?
So what do you mean? What do you mean she's not trying to do anything beyond the sex? Like, so you're saying that you're telling the woman to come to your store?
Yeah, I told her about an event because I wasn't interested in her, so I was redirecting to her. I said, "Yo, come meet me on Saturday at 3:00. I'm gonna be making some, smoothies." And she's like, "Nah, I'm good. I'm good.
All right, and you had sex with this woman?
No, I did not.
So how do you? So how do you know she has sexual interest in you?
So it's more from her being touchy feely,
right? But
I wasn't trying to really take it any further, to be honest with you.
Okay, so let me ask you this question, right? Did you tell her to touch you?
No, I did not.
Right. So that means she touched you on her own accord, yes?
Yes.
Okay, there you go. That's what I'm saying. So anything a woman does on her own doesn't count. Do you understand that? So if you told the woman, hey, touch me, and then she started touching you, and then you say, hey, touch me here, or you telling her to grab your dick or whatever, and she's complying with all those things, that is showing that she has the high sexual interest in you. A woman doing things on her own doesn't mean anything because that carries an agenda. You have to see consistent cooperation with a woman to see if she has high sexual interest in you based on her cooperating consistently sexually on your command. That's high sexual interest. A woman touching you and trying to be all cute and that means nothing. You understand? That's what I'm trying to tell you. And so what I'm saying is that's why I asked you, I was like, well, did she do it on her own or did she follow your lead? If she's not following your lead, it's not high sexual interest.
Or at least you can't determine if you haven't given her any command.
Right. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's the only way. There is no other way unless she's following what you're saying and she's doing those sexual things based on what you're talking about. You understand what I'm saying? Because remember, see, women have to be clever in order to get what they want. Now, what happens is that sometimes when women are attention whores, they'll use sexual situations or make it seem like they're sexually interested in you or act, they'll flirt, they'll do all this other stuff because they're trying to get attention from you. So they'll do that purposely to try to get attention from you. It's just like, for example, it's like almost like, okay, you ever seen a woman who dresses in a certain outfit and her titties is popping out? It's like heavy cleavage, right? So she's doing that because she wants to get attention from men, but it doesn't mean she wants to fuck you. You understand what I'm saying? So it's not like you told that woman that you see with the cleavage to wear that today. She wore that on her own to get attention from men. But it doesn't mean she's trying to fuck those guys she's getting attention from. Does that make sense?
Yes, copy.
Right. So that's what I'm saying, where it's the same situation with this particular woman. She's touching on you, doing all this other shit on her own. Doesn't mean that she wants to have sex with you. That's what I'm trying to say. You see what I'm saying? That's why you gotta be careful with that, because what happens is that if you think that she's actually interested in you, then you make moves based on that premise of something that may not actually be happening. Now, is there a situation where she could be doing that on her own and be sexually attracted to you? Absolutely. What I'm saying is you're not going to be sure unless she's being that way based on your command. That's what I'm trying to say.
Nah, and I think it goes back into the point of the video where you have to it's your responsibility to determine for sure if she's actually sexually interested versus her just touching you and
because
oh,
this is what you're right, because this is what you could have did. You could have been like, listen, I see you touching me and all that, but listen, how about we do this? Take my number down. I want you to text me tonight. And when you text me, I'm gonna tell you about all the stuff we're gonna do in private when you get to my place. You understand what I'm saying? Now, if she's texting you tonight at whatever time you told her to text you, and you say, listen, come over, I want you to wear this, that, so I could do that. And then she comes through and that's her showing high sexual interest. Do you see what I'm saying? That's it right there. It always has to be on your request, your command. That's how it has to be. It has to be on you saying it. If you ain't saying it, it don't make. That's why I keep trying to tell guys about all this choosing signals nonsense. It's like dudes be like, I'm just waiting for a girl to give me choosing signals don't mean shit. Because it's her doing something on her own. Now, if I approach a woman and I say, hey, take your phone out and put my number in it, that's her following my instruction. Her giving me a choosing signal or even her approaching me, that's not her following my instruction. You see what I'm saying?
Right. Got you.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah, makes sense. I appreciate that.
Yes, sir. All right, brother. I appreciate the call, fam.
You're welcome.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'm telling you, you guys got to be careful. I'm telling you, that's how chicks could definitely manipulate you guys if you're not careful, because they do all of that shit. You understand? They do it. It's almost like what you call it, like when you have a what they call it, when the chick has a work husband, right? So she's in the environment of the job. She'll flirt with the guy. She might come in with some extra like tight stuff, and she knows the guy likes her and shit. And so she's, playing around with him, using him for attention. And he think that she's interested in him. Right. But she knows that he's probably not going to make a move because they're at work and, it's professional and blah, blah, blah. So she gets to live in that little bubble of being able to, give that attention and play games and all this other shit without actually having to do anything. You understand? Like I remember, because I used to work at a gym years ago, and there was a chick there that was just like that. And I was like, I see what the fuck she doing. Because she was flirting hard, heavy. You understand what I'm saying? Flirting heavy. But when it came down to smashing, it was a whole different story. Like this chick, we me and her we made out a few times and shit. And I was telling her, hey, come through. Right. But she wouldn't come through. But then randomly she would fucking send me like a sexy photo and shit and doing all this other extra shit on. And I'm like, this chick playing. So then after a while I said, look, man, if we ain't gonna do this, stop playing games. We're done here. This is finished. You understand? But a lot of the stuff she was doing on her own at the beginning. So I was like, yeah, she on that, she likes the attention. But when it comes time to actually take action and do the thing, she wasn't trying to do that. She wasn't trying to do nothing. You understand what I'm saying? She was not trying to do shit. But let me see if we got any more questions. And then we're going to wrap it up. Hold on, let me see. Where was we at with this? Oh no, we already did that one. So it says a system is a play you implement for a specific outcome. If not met, you move on to the next victim/client. If needed, change. Improve technique, not the goal. Game has levels. What I see. What? I'm confused about what you said, Richard. I don't know. Like, what are you talking about? Sometimes it's the way you guys word things. That's why we tell you to call in, because y'all might word things a certain way, and it's like hard to decipher what you're talking about. I'm like, what are you saying? Because he's saying a system is a play you implement for a specific outcome. So you're saying that you have a certain system, of how you do a particular thing. But see, what I say is, it's not really a system. It's you. It's your masculine identity. It's your program. It's how you do shit. See, the problem is when you say it's like a system, what you're essentially saying is there's this thing independent of you, and you just implement the system and I can give the system to anybody. You understand what I'm saying? What I'm saying is, because even for example, when we talk about like if you guys go to shoplocario.com, right? And you guys get this program, Master the Vetting Process, How to Succeed in Casual and Long-Term Relationships. Right? What happens is that on the outside, there is a system of, hey, listen, make sure you vet a woman for this amount of time, right? But when you're vetting the woman, you have to vet the woman based on you. You understand what I'm saying? So if you guys go to shoplocario.com, right, and get this program, you're not going to hear me say, okay, so guys, when you first talk to the woman, make sure you say this line and then do this and then do that and blah, 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 blah. And then when she says this, we're not giving you pickup lines and gimmicks and tricks and all that other shit in those situations. You understand what I'm saying? You still have to do the thing based on you. For example, when myself and April, when we do the online dating consultations, right? And we're working on the bios, right? April always asks, when we finish restructuring the bio, we always ask, does this bio sound like something you would say? Does it reflect who you are? Do you understand what I'm saying? So we don't have this like thing where it's like, oh, well, we say this for every guy in the bio and we're going to, no, because every guy is different. You understand what I'm saying? Every guy is his own man. You understand? With their own ways they want to do shit. You know, and I don't want to give away too much because you guys got to get the consultation. But we structure the entire consultation and we do the entire process with the profile and everything based on the particular individual. You understand what I'm saying? So that's really what it's about. But let me see. Hold on. Let me see where we at with this. Let me see if there was any other things that I missed. No, I think that's it. I think that is it, man. All right, so guys, listen, what's today? Today is Saturday, so tomorrow is Real Game No Theory. So make sure you guys go to shoplocario.com, badboymembership.com, masculineidentitymembership.com, and cunninghamelements.com. Make sure you guys go to all the .coms. You said, you ever hit the festivals? Nah, not really. Which festivals are you talking about? What festivals are you talking about? Nah, I haven't been to any festivals in a minute. But yeah, man. So guys, we will see y'all tomorrow. And remember, people, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm going. I'm out. Now, before you go, click the link below and go to badboymembership.com. Now, badboymembership.com is a place where you go to get 45 through 90-minute audio and video dating advice tutorials every month. Listen, I know you're tired of being rejected. Go to badboymembership.com. I know you're tired of being afraid to approach women. Go to badboymembership.com. I know you're tired of not getting the women that you want. Go to badboymembership.com. Listen, I know you're tired of being alone on a Friday night. Go to badboymembership.com. Now picture this. You'll go from not getting what you want when it comes to you dealing with women to actually getting what you want, to being the guy women want to be with, women want to date, women want to have sex with. All you need to do is go to badboymembership.com, follow the steps, learn the game, implement the game, and then you will get the woman you want. Make sure you go to badboymembership.com today. Click the link below. Get the new audio program, What Men Wish They Knew About Women. Hidden gems about dating you don't know, but should, by Mr. Locario and April MC. Go to shoplocario.com right now to get your copy today.
And then, yeah, I had my consultation with April Locario this past Saturday, which
Nice.
and it was funny because I already had dates lined up before the consultation, and then after it just like within day, like it's just like I haven't even gotten like the new photos they suggested me to get yet, but just like all the game they gave me in that I implemented, it's just like skyrocketed within a day. So it's like
how many matches did you go to?
I went from getting like, I want to say like max 4 matches a day to like 10.
10 a day. Shit.
10 a day. Yeah.
That's crazy.
And so like I'm booked 4 weeks out date wise right now.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we know that there could be flakes and shit, but they're getting replaced as time goes on. So
yeah, that's it. Yeah.
So, yeah, everyone needs to get that shit. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. Like don't.
It's like a mini coaching session.
I'm trying to tell, bro. It was so April, bro. Like that is the most gamed up chick alive. You know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy. like I'm like, how do you know me this well? Like it's just wild, man. So yeah, shout out to them, man.
Yo, shout out to April and Locario, man. Facts, man.
Step up your game and go to shoplocario.com. That is the place where you can get my books, audio and video programs in one place. All you got to do is type in shoplocario.com and step up your game today. Game Kings 2, the definition of man, is out right now. Click the link below or go straight to masculineidentity.com to get your copy today. Click the links below to get private one-on-one coaching sessions with Mr. Locario or Miles Cunningham to step up your game. These coaching sessions are designed to help you with your specific needs in the dating game. So make sure you click the links below right now so that you can step up your game today.
Because Locario, in my opinion, is the best dating coach on YouTube or whatever the fuck. Everything he says, ambulance. Everything he says, I have nothing against him. I have no contradiction. Everything he says, I say, yeah, it's this guy